And a pleasant good afternoon, everyone, and welcome. Actually, it's good morning, everyone, and welcome to high school football coverage here on RioSportsLive.com. Joe Bowling with you, coming to you from Brownsville, Texas, as we are set for the TAPS opening round playoff game between the St. Joe Bloodhounds and the Cardinals from John Paul II, coming out of the Dallas area. Beautiful morning for football, an 11 o'clock kickoff scheduled here, and we are right on time as far as starting this ball game off. The Bloodhounds will receive the opening kickoff. Meanwhile, John Paul II, who traveled a long way to get here, will have to kick the ball off and trust their defense to start this ball game off. Again, a live broadcast coming your way. We are going to be streaming it live with audio and video here on RioSportsLive.com. Also, simultaneously on our website, we have high school basketball coverage going on as it's the final day out at the Border Brawl in Hidalgo and Valley View. We're at the Valley View High School gym for that. Live on Facebook, live on YouTube, live here on the website, and live on your smart television on Roku and on Apple TV. And a short kickoff fielded by the Cardinals up inside the 30-yard line. They'll bring it out across the Bloodhounds, across the 30, 35, 40. A big return across the 45 to the midfield stripe to the 46-yard line. Make it the 47. Michael Martin Maxwell on the return. The Bloodhounds have it, 1st and 10. And they are in good shape to start the first drive of this ball game. Just underway here in the first quarter of play. I'm Joe Bowling with you on RioSportsLive.com. It is live coverage of high school football in the playoffs. The Bloodhounds of St. Joe. Kai Money has the team up to the line of scrimmage on a first down play. Takes a snap, hands the ball off, keeps it himself. Dances to the right-hand side, slips a tackle, takes it down to about the 42-yard line. Money on the carry, brings up 2nd down for the Bloodhounds.
36, Luke Freeman with the tackle for the Cardinals.
We'll call it 6 yards to go. 2nd down play. Here's a running play to the left-hand side for the Bloodhounds, inside the 40, down to the 39. Short gain on the play.
Ball carrier number 7, Anthony Cantu.
Anthony Cantu on the carry. It'll be Cantu and Money primarily handling the ball in the backfield duties for the Bloodhounds, who have it here on the game's opening drive. Make it 3rd down. Now a penalty is going to be called against the Bloodhounds. So that's going to take away a 2nd and short.
49-yard line, 2nd down and 15.
Make it 2nd and 15 yards to go. Game just starting here in Brownsville, Texas. This is St. Joe Academy. The Bloodhounds taking on the Cardinals of John Paul II. Money has them in a shotgun formation on 2nd and 15. Eyes the defense, takes a look at the throw. Drops back, has time, brushed out of the pocket. Now he's going to run. Cross the midfield stripe. Tripped up as he got to the 50-yard line. And that's going to be punting time for the Bloodhounds as their quarterback, Kai Money, was tripped up just before he got in the open field. From the 40, call it the 47, maybe the 48-yard line of John Paul II. On 4th down, Bloodhounds appear to go for it. Money going to throw, fires a pass over in the flats. It's going to be caught, but it's going to be stopped. Now for a moment it's stopped. Now they may get a 1st down out of this yet. Diving across the 35-yard line. That's a 1st down. Great second effort by Pablo Zolisi. And it sets up a 1st and 10 as they convert on 4th and 12. Money has him in a shotgun formation on a fast-paced offense here to start this game for the Bloodhounds of St. Joe. Money takes a snap, keeps it on a keeper to the left-hand side, got a block, dances inside the 30-yard line, brought down there. That's going to be a gain of 4, 2nd down, and 6 yards to go. This is the opening drive for the Bloodhounds of St. Joe. How about that conversion on 4th down? From the midfield stripe. Money on 2nd down and 6. Turns, hands it off to Cantu. Has some room across the 25, 20, 15, 10, 5. Touchdown, Cantu. St. Joe scores the first points here of this game. And with 10:06 to go, it's Anthony Cantu in the end zone. Opening drive pays dividends for St. Joe. They score the touchdown. They're up 6-0, looking for the extra point. The kicker is Carlo Esteve, or he's the holder. Forward kicker, Rodrigo Sanchez, left-footed kicker. Snap's a good one. They get the ball down. The kick is away. It's long, high. It's off the upright and no good. So 6-0 your score. Bloodhounds on top. They draw first blood here with the opening drive. We'll be back after this. This is high school football. It's the playoffs coming to you from Brownsville on RealSportsLive.com.
Penalty against the Cardinals. We'll move it half the distance.
We'll keep it here because that's an encroachment penalty against the Cardinals. So it's going to give the ball to another chance for the extra point for the Bloodhounds. So we'll keep it right here before we go to that high snap again. The kick is away, and this one is through.
Extra point is good.
7-0 game. St. Joe with the lead. They'll kick it off. We'll be back after this on RealSportsLive.com.
Forever Memories, Antiques, and Collectibles is your source for vintage, antique collectibles, vinyl records, and more. Located at 206 East Jackson in historic downtown Harlingen, it's Forever Memories, Antiques, and Collectibles. It's a step back in time with a soundtrack like none other. Open Monday through Saturday, filled with memories and more. Forever Memories is for you.
Back here, Brownsville St. Joe draws first blood. The Bloodhounds on top, 7-0 with 10:06 to go here in the first quarter against John Paul II. This team out of the Dallas area played a tough schedule throughout the season and are now going to get their hands on the ball for their first time in this playoff game. Kickoff in the direction of Donovan Johnson. Check that, that's going to be Carson Collins. Collins brings it up the middle of the field, out across the 30 to 32-yard line, and that's where the Cardinals will take possession on a first down play. They'll try to answer what the Bloodhounds did with their first drive, and that is put points on the board. They'll be led by a junior quarterback, Andrew Barenberg, and he's got help in the backfield. They do have some big-time playmakers on this football team. Jackson Garrett, a senior. We'll see a lot of carries today. We'll also probably be looking at Carson Collins touching the football, and then occasionally Garrett Dawson. That's the scout on this team. First down play for Barenberg. Takes a snap, turns, hands the ball off, running play across the left-hand side. On the carry was Carson Collins. He'll end up gaining a couple on the play. Brings up 2nd and 8. For the Cardinals of John Paul II on second down play, Barenberg. Waits for the snap, takes it, drops back to throw. Looking, still looking, going to run. Across the 35 to the 40-yard line, steps out of bounds. Near first down territory. Right at the marker. Official will have to look across the field before he makes the indication on the down and distance coming up. They'll call it a first down.
For the Cardinals at their 42-yard line.
On the keeper, Barenberg. 9:30 to go here in the first quarter. Barenberg shifts the back out of the backfield. Collins, empty backfield. Barenberg wants to run. Turns upfield. Bangs through a couple of tacklers out across the 45 to 47-yard line. Carry of 4.
Quarterback keeper on the tackle, 28, Maxwell.
Talked to head coach Tino Villarreal for Brownsville St. Joe. He said he was concerned about this quarterback. He too has a quarterback that's dangerous in Kai Money, but Barenberg on a nice carry that time ended up gaining 6. On 2nd and 4. John Paul II, Barenberg wants to throw. Looking downfield, at a man for a moment. Now he's going to run it. He's going to dive forward. That's close to first down yardage, just across the midfield stripe. Brought down apparently a yard short of the first down. And on that play,
short of the first down, 3rd and 1.
Barenberg was looking for Donovan Johnson, the receiver, the sophomore wideout, to turn upfield. Had he done so, he may have had 6 out of that. 3rd down play. Barenberg wants to throw again. Rushed out of the pocket. Stiff arms a man. Got across the midfield stripe. Takes a big hit, but got a first down. As he got it a little past the yard marker. Took a huge hit that time. A couple of guys there, Michael Maxwell, and also the big hit delivered by Eric Sokowiak. First down play, though, coming up for the Cardinals of John Paul II. Low snap, handoff, running play out across the 42, inside the 42, forward.
Number 13 with the tackle. First down yardage for the Cardinals. 29-yard line.
sure what you wanted me to put on that Twitter, so I just put the time, and I put Bloodhound 7-0.
Back here, another pass play, and this is incomplete by Barenberg. I think we lost our stream there for just a slight moment or two, but we are in good shape now as the Bloodhounds of St. Joe are taking on
2nd and 10.
John Paul II. Second down play coming up here. And a running play to left-hand side. That goes nowhere. 3rd and 10 coming up as suddenly the Bloodhound defense stiffens on this drive.
Loss of a yard on the play. 3rd down 11.
3rd down, 11 yards to go with 7:16 to go here in the first quarter of play. Barenberg out of the shotgun, drops back to throw, has some time, looking upfield, gonna run. Tries to turn the corner. Now he delivers a pass. It's gonna be caught and quickly covered is Johnson. That's short of first down yardage.
Tackled immediately by 77, Harrison Justice.
Barenberg bought himself some time. Got it to Johnson, but nice job on the secondary on the coverage. No yards after the catch. And it's 4th down. Now the Bloodhounds of St. Joe converted on a 4th down attempt on the opening drive. And we'll now see what John Paul II does here. Barenberg out of a shotgun, 2 backs in the backfield, an offset eye, hands it off to Collins, running forward, doesn't get anything. Turnover on downs. And the Bloodhounds will take over. Offensively, John Paul II's Cards moved the ball downfield, but then got stifled as they got just inside the 30-yard line. Bloodhounds take over 1st and 10. Here comes the fast-paced offense, and Kai Money and company will operate the show. Broadcasting live here, live football coming your way on RealSportsLive.com. Basketball coverage going on at the same time from Valley View. Running play for Money. Up the middle, got some room across the 30, looking for a block to the 35 to the 40, out across the 40-yard line. That's a first down for Kai Money. He'll gain 15 yards on the play, and it's 1st down and 10. And here comes the fast-paced offense of the Bloodhounds, ready to snap the ball yet again. Single back in the backfield. This time is David Rodriguez. Rodriguez takes the carry across the 40-yard line, bangs out across the 45. That's a good 5-yard gain for Rodriguez for the Brownsville St. Joseph Bloodhounds. Twin receivers to the right side. Single receiver left for Money on this 2nd down play. Hands it off again. Running play. Rodriguez has some room across the midfield stripe into the secondary. Stood up at the 46. That's another 1st down for the Bloodhounds. And this offense right now is rolling for St. Joe. 5:43 to go. It's a warm morning to start this game. It kicked off at 11 o'clock, and St. Joe is moving the football downfield on a 1st down play. Money going to keep it himself. Turns to the corner on the left-hand side. 40, makes the move to the 35 to the 30, makes another man miss. Inside the 30, down to the 25-yard line. Kai Money, another big 1st down for the Bloodhounds, and the chains are moving faster than they can run to set it up. Offense is ready to snap another down. 5:27 to go here. We're in the first quarter of play. Bloodhounds scored on their opening drive, trying to get some more now. Money looking to throw, fires a ball, wanting it all, deep in the end zone, overthrows his man, incomplete. Penalty on the play as well. Intended receiver was Pablo Zolisi. Clock stops with 5:17 to go here in the first quarter of play. Our live coverage coming your way here on Facebook, also on YouTube. That's an encroachment penalty against the Cardinals. So it will remain 1st down. But now an easier, manageable 5 yards to go for St. Joe's Bloodhounds. Live coverage on Facebook, on YouTube. Hey, you want to make sure you go over to the website, though, at www.riosportslive.com, because that's where all the scores are from basketball tournaments taking place across the Rio Grande Valley. Also, high school football coverage that we're not broadcasting is going to be on there with the scoreboard. Running play, left-hand side. That's going to be Cantu inside the 15-yard line. Stood up, thrown backwards. Check out the forward progress on that carry. That'll be enough for another 1st down for the Bloodhounds of St. Joe. Money has him up to the line. Quick snap. Handoff up the middle. Cantu dances down to the 10-yard line. Gains 3 on the play. 2nd and 7 coming up. for Brownsville St. Joseph.
Number 52.
They had it once, they scored. John Paul II moved it into Bloodhound territory, stalled outside the 30-yard line. Money now on second down. Whistle blows before the snap. We're going to be out and about talking to different businesses throughout the week coming up. We're showcasing the ability. We're going to have 30 basketball games broadcast over the last 3 days. We also have the football game going on here as well. And so encourage anyone that you know out there to reach out to us. I've had some small businesses such as myself reach out, and they're going to be able to showcase what their business and service does at the same time as we are broadcasting sports throughout the Rio Grande Valley. Second down play, call it 12 yards to go, and before the next snap, a whistle blows. And this will be encroachment against the Cardinals. No snap, back-to-back penalties. It remains second down. 4:16 to go here in the first quarter of play. It's a warm day here in Brownsville. It'll only get warmer. We started at 11 o'clock with the kickoff. Money gets the play from the sideline. Keeps Cantu in the backfield to his left-hand side. Two receivers either side of the field for Kai Money. On second down, drops back to throw. Looks over the middle, caught. Touchdown, Bloodhounds. Looked easy. Money finds his man. Touchdown on the mark. Andres Martinez reels it in with 4 minutes to go in the first quarter. The Bloodhound faithful make a little more noise. Extra point coming up. Rodrigo Sanchez, low snap. He'll get the kick away, and it's going to knuckle its way, but no good.
Extra point is no good.
Bloodhounds increase the lead. They're up 13-0. We'll be back with a kickoff. This is High School Sports coming to you on RioSportsLive.com.
In time with a soundtrack like none other. Open Monday through Saturday,
Back
filled
here, we're
with
ready for the
memories
kickoff,
and
and
more.
the
For
Bloodhounds of St. Joe trying to cover this kick return, and they do so in a big way. Ball belongs to John Paul II's Cardinals for a second time in the game.
Cardinals are 35-yard line.
And on first down, we'll see what they do here, down now 13-0. Quarterback Berenberg out of a shotgun formation. Pitches it out to the left-hand side. Little room out across the 35 to the 37-yard line. Short gain of about 3. On the carry was Carson Collins. 3:42 and counting here in the first quarter of play. St. Joe on top thanks to 2 possessions and 2 scores. Berenberg empties the backfield this time. Twin receivers either side of the field, looks to throw. Still looking, turns it upfield, gonna run. Across the 40, makes a man miss at the 45, across the midfield stripe, runs over a man at the 45, down to the 41-yard line. Strong running that time by Andrew Berenberg. And with 3:22 to go in the first quarter, John Paul II Cardinals back in St. Joe territory at the Bloodhound 41. First down play here for Berenberg. Keeps Collins in the backfield, shifts him out of the backfield now in the slot on this first down play. Keeper up the middle, hit, drop for a loss. Coming in there for the Bloodhounds was Jose Huachua. Second down. They'll spot it back to the original line of scrimmage, so it's 2nd and 10 coming up for the Cardinals of John Paul II. 2:52 and counting here in the first quarter of play. Berenberg keeps the single back in the backfield. That's Collins. Out to the right side, wide receiver Donovan Johnson. Turns, hands it off to Collins. Running off left tackle. He'll gain 1 or 2. There's a penalty on the play as well. So we'll see what the penalty's all about. It's going to be 3rd and about 7
Penalty flag
or
on the play.
2nd, and we'll see what the penalty's about. It's a hold against John Paul II. The Bloodhounds will accept the penalty.
Holding penalty against the Cardinals.
Turned it into a 2nd and 20 on this play. Vanessa Ely at the camera work, my friends. Thank you to the great niece helping things out here at Brownsville today. 2:30 to go in the first quarter. Quick snap, and that's a false start on the offense, and now suddenly John Paul II heading backwards on the drive.
Legal procedure penalty against
After
the
moving it down to the 41-yard line, this drive has gone backwards 15 yards. And they'll now face 2nd down and 26 yards, make it 25 yards to go. Clock running with 2:22 to go here. There's a stiff wind blowing at the backside of the Cardinals on this drive. 2nd and 25. Out of the shotgun, Berenberg takes a snap, drops out. That's Garrett on the pass. Incomplete. Jackson Garrett running the quarterback duties on that play. I think I've been saying Berenberg. I got it now. Thanks to the Booster Club for providing me a program, as we had no rosters up here near the press box and nothing available online, so we had to literally wait, get some help from the visitors. I want to send a shout out to anyone listening back in the Dallas area. I know we're passing the word around, and we thank you for listening in and watching the game here live on RioSportsLive.com. Wanting to throw the ball is Garrett. Incomplete pass. 4th down. 25 yards to go, and John Paul II will bring in the punting team. Back to return the kick is Kai Money. Stands inside his 15-yard line. Good snap, and the kick is away. Away from Money. They'll let it roll. It goes out of bounds. And St. Joe will take over the possession there, leading 13-0. Minute 47 to go. This is RioSportsLive.com.
Forever Memories, Antiques, and Collectibles is your source for vintage, antique, collectibles, vinyl records, and more. Located at 206 East Jackson in historic downtown Harlingen, it's Forever Memories, Antiques, and Collectibles. It's a step back in time.
Back here, and Kai Money and company ready to go on a 1st down play, and they'll run it to the left-hand side, out across the 20-yard line, but not much after that. Hawachi on the carry, but he'll gain nothing. Maybe a yard on the play. Call it 2nd and 9. We're in the first quarter. Already 13-0. St. Joe, all the points so far. They've had it twice and scored twice. Money out of a shotgun on 2nd and 9. Shifts the receiver from right to left. Hands it off. Receiver sweep to the left-hand side. They turn the corner. Penalty flag. This one's coming back. Out across the 25-yard line.
Penalty flag on the play.
So it would have been a gain of a couple, but it's going to be a penalty against the Bloodhounds, most likely. That's going to be a hold.
Penalty against the Bloodhounds.
So that'll tax them 10 yards. And make it 2nd down, but now 20 yards to go. Minute 7 and counting here in the first quarter. Money has him up to the line of scrimmage. Out of a shotgun formation, drops back to throw. Looking, fires a pass, left-hand side incomplete.
Pass intended for Zalessi.
Intended for Zalessi, incomplete as it's off his hands. 3rd down now for St. Joe. First time the John Paul Cardinal defense can pin their ears back and come after Kai Money. Stiff wind blowing here in Brownsville. We're on the home side, bringing you the game from the outdoors. Money on third down. Drops back to throw. Has a ton of time. Looking. Fires it over the middle. It's going to be incomplete. Receiver got tangled up on the route. And an incomplete pass intended for Andres Martinez brings up fourth down for the Bloodhounds. Deep in their own territory. Line of scrimmage at the 10. Money stands at his goal line to punt this ball away. John Paul II should get great field position out of this exchange. Chmielewski back to return this kick. Money gets the kick away. It's high up into the wind and it goes backwards. So not much on the net, about 22-yard net. It'll go out of bounds at the 27-yard line, and that's where John Paul II will take over. With 44 seconds left here in the first quarter play. Best field position for a drive for the John Paul II Cardinals. A win here. These teams are playing in San Antonio. Whoever wins this will be playing in San Antonio on next Saturday. Chances are we'll follow that game. First down play for John Paul II. Running play, left-hand side, a lot of room inside the 20, down to about the 16-yard line on the carry, Carson Collins. And that's a first down for John Paul II, and their offense has some life.
11-yard run, and a first down at the 16-yard
Garrett, the senior quarterback, handed that one off that time to sophomore Carson Collins. And a lot of their playmakers are listed in the roster as sophomores. Young squad with a lot of the primary duties on the playmaking side. Two receivers line up to the right side for the Cardinals. 18 seconds left here in the first quarter on first down play. Garrett turns, hands it off. Collins has some room, takes it down inside the 10-yard line, right at the 10. 7-yard gain brings up second down, and it should take us to the second quarter. 2 seconds, one, and there we go. Second quarter. Right now, St. Joe Bloodhounds lead it by the score of 13-0, but the Cardinals have a chance. We'll be back after this on RioSportsLive.com.
Forever Memories, Antiques, and Collectibles is your source for vintage, antique collectibles, vinyl records, and more. Located at 206 East Jackson in historic downtown Harlingen, it's Forever Memories, Antiques, and Collectibles. It's a step back in time with a soundtrack like none other. Open Monday through Saturday, filled with memories and more. Forever Memories is for you.
Back here at Brownsville St. Joseph, the home of the Bloodhounds in playoff football on a Saturday. Game started at 11 o'clock, and it started off with a bang for the Bloodhounds as they managed to put a touchdown on the board on their first drive and then answered that with another touchdown on their second drive. Stalled deep in their own territory on their third possession. A punt, short punt, affected by the wind, gave John Paul II great field position, and now the Cardinals have it as we start the second quarter with a 2nd and 5 at the Bloodhound 10-yard line.
2nd and 5, Cardinals from the 11-yard line.
On 2nd and 5. Garrett brings him up to the line of scrimmage. Single back in the backfield is Karen Collins. Shifting defensively are the Bloodhounds. Whistle blows. Before the snap, a false start. $11:59 to go here in this first half now as we're in the second quarter.
Legal procedure penalty against the Cardinals.
That penalty against the Cardinals is an illegal procedure call. Stops the clock. We're just inside. We just started the second quarter of play. Garrett out of a shotgun on second down. Turns, hands the ball off to Collins. Takes it off left tackle. Stumbles through a man. Runs through a couple more. Got the penalty yards back as he gets it down to the 11-yard line. Third down coming up. Call it 5 yards to go.
Third down and 5.
Up to the line. Ready to go is Jackson Garrett for the next snap. Shotgun formation. Receiver shifts into a tight end formation, handed off in the backfield, and Collins is hit hard and thrown down. At the 10-yard line, penetration that time by Stakoviak. And it brings up fourth down. And 4 yards to go. Wow, this wind is playing havoc up here in the press box. I think I can fix that. Fourth down play coming up. Before the snap, the whistle blows, and a timeout call by the Cardinals. They want to talk it over. 10:48 to go. We're in the second quarter. Cardinals with a big decision here on fourth down on RioSportsLive.com.
Forever Memories, Antiques, and Collectibles is your source for vintage, antique collectibles, vinyl records, and more. Located at 206 East Jackson in historic downtown Harlingen, it's Forever Memories, Antiques, and Collectibles. It's a step back in time with a soundtrack like none other. Open Monday through Saturday, filled with memories and more. Forever Memories is for you.
Back here after the timeout call by the Cardinals, John Paul II will face fourth down. Need to get inside the 7-yard line to have a realistic shot at being measured for a first down. Garrett brings him up to the line. Jackson Garrett takes a snap, rolls right-hand side, looking to throw. Now he's going to run it upfield. Inside the 10, hit hard, dives forward with a second effort, and that should be enough for a first down.
Garrett down to the 5-yard line. First and goal for the Cardinals.
Will we be broadcasting any Figueroa games today? Well, I think so. If Figueroa is alive and well in those brackets over there, we'll have games set up. First and goal now set up for John Paul II. Garrett in the backfield. For the snap, the whistle blows. And a penalty coming up. False start. Still first and goal, but now from the 11-yard line for the Cardinals, who are trying to get on the board for the first time today after giving up 13 out of the gate in the first quarter. Cardinals, Garrett takes a snap, pitches out to the right-hand side to Collins, takes it forward, heavy hitting down there inside the 10. Got it back down around the 7-yard line. Second and goal coming up. 10:06 to go here in this second quarter of play. Garrett hands the ball off. Running play inside the 5. Third and goal coming up. On that keeper by Garrett.
Down to the 5-yard line. Third and goal.
13-0 score. 9:40 to go here in the second quarter play. Garrett has the football, and he runs it to the right side. Hit hard as he got down to the line of scrimmage. No further than that, and fourth down coming up.
No gain on the play.
Fourth and goal coming up with 9:22 here to go in the second quarter. John Paul II trying to take advantage of a terrific field position to start a drive. Now trying to get the ball in the end zone. Garrett has him up to the line of scrimmage on fourth and goal. Single back in the backfield is Collins. Low snap, it's fumbled, picked up by Garrett. Rifles a pass over in the end zone. It's caught for a touchdown. That was disaster turned into score as Jackson Garrett with a heads-up play.
5-yard pass reception by number 11, Donovan Johnson.
It was literally fumbled at the feet of the center. Garrett raced up, picked it up, and then threw it in a direction in which Donovan Johnson, the wide receiver, had to make an adjustment. He did so, caught it for the score, 13-6 your score. John Paul II is out of Dallas. Private school in the TAPS playoff bracket.
Extra point at them by number 27.
Extra point coming up. Snap is away, it's up, and
Extra
it's
point
good.
is 8:51
John
left
Paul
right now.
II on the board.
7.
Bloodhounds still with a lead, but now they'll receive a kickoff for the first time since the opening kickoff here today. Back after this on RioSportsLive.com.
Forever Memories, Antiques, and Collectibles is your source for vintage, antique, collectibles, vinyl records, and more. Located at 206 East Jackson in historic downtown Harlingen, it's Forever Memories, Antiques, and Collectibles. It's a step back in time with a soundtrack like none other. Open Monday through Saturday, filled with memories and more. Forever Memories is for you.
Back here, we are at St. Joe, home of the Bloodhounds, and thanks again for joining us here on RioSportsLive.com. The Bloodhounds, who scored the game's first 13 points, have now given up points as John Paul II's Cardinals take advantage of good field position and punch it in the end zone.
Set to kick off for the Cardinals.
And a 13-7 game.
Back to receive 6 on
Didn't expect this would be a shutout on either side. Expected points to be scored. I would be safe to say there will be more coming. Kickoff coming. It's a short kick over to the left side of the field, and that's going to drift out of bounds. Bloodhounds will get it. Good field position to start this drive. And Kai Money and Company, which had 2 terrific drives out of the gate, were stifled on their last drive that ended up leading to those points by the Cardinals of John Paul II. And the Bloodhounds are going to make them kick it again. 8:51 to go here in this second quarter. 13-7 game. Bloodhounds on top. Thanks again for joining us on Facebook Live, on YouTube Live. Keep the shout-outs coming. We'll try to get back to you and respond to you as best we can. Eventually, we'll have just straight-out social media representation that can communicate back and forth with the fans, regardless of where you're at, keeping track of this game. 8:51 to go here, though, in this second quarter, and John Paul II will have to kick it off. They've indicated they're not going to kick it anywhere deep to the return men for the Bloodhounds. Teeing it up is Michael Gasky, senior kicker. Booms this one up high into the air. To the left-hand side, it's going to be fielded inside the 25, middle of the field to the 25, giving up yardage and nothing there on the return. Alejandro Balderas take it to the right side, and Balderas had nowhere to go. 8:43 to go here in the second quarter of play, and here come the Bloodhounds of St. Joe with the football, leading 13-7. Money starts to drive with Malik Kawachi in the backfield. They'll take their time getting the first play, and then it'll be fast-paced from that second on this drive. Money takes a snap. On the keeper, going to throw. Looking, fires it deep down the right-hand side. Got a man inside the 40, inside the 30, 25, 20, 15, 10, 5. Keaton Cackley, touchdown.
Touchdown, Bloodhounds.
Rifling pass by Kai Money. Cackley runs it down, and Keaton Cackley in the end zone, and it's a 19-7 game. One-play drive, touchdown Bloodhounds. Playoff football in the state of Texas is alive and well on a Saturday morning. Extra point coming up for Kai Money. And Cackley turned it into another gear after that ball was in the air. Money gave him plenty of room to run underneath it, and Cackley showed the speed and then the concentration to catch it dead on stride into the end zone for the touchdown. Extra point. Snap over the right-hand side, and that goes nowhere. Cantu trying to drive it forward, but he will not get in. Extra point, no good. Bloodhounds scored again, though. 19-7 they lead. Kickoff coming up after this on RioSportsLive.com.
Forever Memories, Antiques, and Collectibles is your source for vintage, antique, collectibles, vinyl records, and more. Located at 206 East Jackson in historic downtown Harlingen, it's Forever Memories, Antiques, and Collectibles. It's a step back in time with a soundtrack like none other. Open Monday through Saturday, filled with memories and more. Forever Memories is for you.
Back here at St. Joseph, and the home crowd thus far having the happier moments as they've scored for a third time in the ball game. We're in the second quarter, still 8:32 to go. Bloodhounds on the scoreboard, leading 19-7. They'll kick the ball off with the wind at their back. 2 men back to return the kick for the John Paul II Cardinals. Live coverage coming your way. High school football here. The Taps, round 1 of the playoffs from Brownsville, Texas. We thank you for joining us here on the broadcast, regardless of the platform you're watching it on. We also have high school basketball coverage coming your way. It's already underway from Valley View. That kick goes into the end zone. To kind of showcase where we're at as far as the broadcasting this week. I said we were going to roll out with regional coverage here throughout the area. In last night's finale game, we had 2 broadcasts going at the same time. One of those featured Rio Grande City taking on Rio Hondo, so therefore we're going from Rio Grande City. Second game had Corpus Christi taking on Port Isabel. If that's not regional coverage, I don't know what is. You just take a map and draw a circle just with those cities alone. And now today we're in Brownsville, so you go even further out from Rio Grande City to Brownsville, covering the entire region of the Rio Grande Valley. First down play for John Paul II. Running play for Garrett. Takes it off right side and gains about 3. 2nd and 7 coming up.
7, Harrison Justice tackling quarterback Garrett. 3-yard gain.
John Paul's Cardinals scored on their last possession, but that was a gift possession as they had the ball in great field position to start a drive. This time, a little further to go. Garrett runs the option, turns it upfield, got some room out across the 45. That's enough for a first down. Nice read that time by Garrett, brought down by David Rodriguez, but not before Garrett rattles off enough for a first down and moves the chains for John Paul II. 7:57 to go here in the half. St. Joseph with the lead. Pass play as Garrett looks downfield. Still looking, heaves it deep over the middle. Got a man deep behind everyone. It's caught inside the 30. Tackled inside the 30-yard line, but how about the catch by Michael Maggiano? And that's a big first down for John Paul II.
Reception down to the 26-yard line.
Down to the 26, 1st and 10 coming up for John Paul II. And how about that delivery by Garrett? No huddle offense up to the line of scrimmage. Garrett with 2 receivers out on the right-hand side, keeps Collins in the backfield on this first down play. Keeps it himself, runs behind Collins blocking, runs through a tackler down to the 20, inside the 20 to the 19-yard line. Penalty on the play, so we'll have to sort that out. Was thrown right in the middle of the scrum, about the spot where Garrett was ruled down. Stops the clock with 7:24 to go. We are in the second quarter of play from Brownsville, Texas, on a sunny Saturday morning. Round 1 of the playoffs. History made here last year. I was here to witness that when St. Joseph won their first playoff game in school history. This year they had another first. They're the first time ever outright district champs as they enter playoff play here today. Trying to win here, and then they'll head to San Antonio next week. The winner of this will play in San Antonio. I'll keep track of who they may play. It'll be either Fort Worth, All Saints, or Nolan. No determination as to what venue. That penalty will be against the Cardinals. And that's a spearing penalty, and that's going to take it all the way outside the 40-yard line. And that's an ejection in the game. against the Cardinals. So instead of having it in the red zone, Cardinal drive now drifts all the way outside the 40-yard line, still first down. 25 yards to go. Off the heels of a big pass completion, Cardinals trying to gain some momentum. And now they've been set backwards. Bloodhounds will peel their ears back, coming after Garrett on this play now. Garrett gonna run, turns it upfield, got a nice block, hit hard as he got down to about the 32-yard line.
Stakowiak, number 55, and Esteban, number 10.
Second down coming up. Stakowiak and Esteban on the
10-yard gain to the
stop.
31-yard line.
Still second down and 15 yards to go for John Paul II and the Cardinals. 6:43 to go. Garrett wants to throw, fires it to the right side. It's going to be caught down there, incomplete, out of bounds.
Pass rule caught out of bounds.
Johnson caught it, but he couldn't get his feet down. And with 6:36 to go here in the second quarter, John Paul II will face third down and 15. 19-7 ball game. Bloodhounds on top. Garrett empties the backfield. Two receivers right. Single receiver out to the left-hand side on this third down play. Rolls out, looking, fires in the direction of Johnson. A lot of contact, incomplete pass. Here comes a penalty. Johnson got tangled up out there with the defender in the corner. This time, the whistle blows, penalty.
Defensive pass interference against the Bloodhounds will result in a first down for the Cardinals.
And that'll be an automatic first down. Didn't get the number on who the spearing call was against for John Paul II. And on first down, John Paul II. Garrett wants to run the option. Pitch out right side to Collins. Inside the 15, down to the 10. 6-yard gain brings up 2nd and 4.
Pitch out to Collins, tackled by Justice, number 77.
Clock running with 6:15 to go here in the half. Halftime will keep the cameras rolling, reminding you can switch over on the website to basketball coverage. We're in Valley View. High school basketball, girls basketball tournament, final day at the Hidalgo Valley View 2nd annual Border Brawl. 2nd and 5 coming up for Garrett. Clock running with 5:54 to go. Hands it off to Collins. Left side, hitting the backfield. Won't get to the line of scrimmage, and 3rd and long coming up.
Initial stop was number 50, Sean Teon.
Shantayon, the first guy to slip through there defensively for the Bloodhounds of St. Joseph.
No gain on the play.
Third down, they give him a forward progress back to the line of scrimmage. So 3rd and 5 coming up. Football just outside the 10-yard line of the Bloodhounds of St. Joe. John Paul II trying to respond to the Bloodhound one-play drive. Took this back out to a 2-score lead for the Bloodhounds of St. Joe. Two receivers out to the right-hand side on this 3rd down play. Garrett hands it off to Collins. Slipped a tackler. Goes inside the 10, down to around the 7-yard line. That's going to be close to first down yardage, but about a yard short.
4th down and 1.
4th and 1 coming up. Inside 5 minutes to go in the half. Looking ahead, John Paul II will get the ball to start the second half. 4:42 to go. If you were scripting it on their side, you would hope you could take off the rest of the 4:36 and then score, not give St. Joe the ball back. But in this case, something big will happen here on 4th down. Before that, though, a timeout called. John Paul II, the Cardinals want to talk it over out of Dallas here in Brownsville. 19-7 score. Back after this on RealSportsLive.com.
Forever Memories, Antiques, and Collectibles is your source for vintage, antique collectibles, vinyl records, and more. Located at 206 East Jackson in historic downtown Harlingen, it's Forever Memories, Antiques, and Collectibles. It's a step back in time with a soundtrack like none other. Open Monday through Saturday, filled with memories and more. Forever Memories is for you.
Back here in Brownsville, 4:22 to go here in the half. Timeout was called by John Paul II. Hey, reminding you guys, we're broadcasting live sports throughout the Rio Grande Valley here on RioSportsLive.com. It's coming your way on the website, www.RioSportsLive.com. Also on Facebook, on YouTube, on Roku Television, on Apple TV. Multiple platforms from which to watch a ball game. This is a single camera shoot. We've got a couple of cameras operating out of the main gym in Valley View on the basketball side of things, and we'll wrap it up with a championship game from Valley View a little bit later on this evening. Running play for Garrett on 4th down. Takes it across the 5. That's good enough for a first down.
First down yardage for the Cardinals.
For John Paul II. So they convert on 4th down, and now we'll have a new set of downs. And indeed, they can take some more time off the clock. In essence, trying to keep the ball out of the hands of the St. Joe offense. Clock running with 4:06 to go, 20 seconds on the play clock. They're in no hurry to take the snap. Receiver out to the right-hand side is Donovan Johnson. Another receiver out left-hand side is Evan Record. Running play for Garrett to the right side, dances inside the end zone, touchdown. Jackson Garrett punches it in the end zone with 3:53 to go here in the first half of play. After converting on 4th down, Garrett takes it in for the score. 6-point game, extra point coming up for the Cardinals. Kicker is Michael Goski. Good snap, good ball placement. Kick is long and high, and it is good.
The extra point for the Cardinals is good.
19-14. Cards edging closer. Bloodhounds with the lead. They'll get the ball after this on RioSportsLive.com.
Forever Memories, Antiques, and Collectibles is your source for vintage, antique collectibles, vinyl records, and more. Located at 206 East Jackson in historic downtown Harlingen, it's Forever Memories, Antiques, and Collectibles. It's a step back in time with a soundtrack like none other. Open Monday through Saturday, filled with memories and more. Forever Memories is for you.
3:53 to go here in the first half, and John Paul II, after scoring a touchdown, will kick the ball off. The Brownsville St. Joe Bloodhounds will send 2 men back to return this kick. St. Joe has led throughout the game. They scored on the game's opening drive. Have had 2-score leads a couple of times in this game, but now John Paul II, after punching it in and each time converting on an extra point, is within 5 points as they kick the ball off. That's a short kick into the wind. Fair catch called for and made inside the 30-yard line by the Bloodhounds. And that's where they'll start to drive, 1st and 10. David Rodriguez caught that ball. And here comes Kai Money and company back onto the field for the Bloodhounds. 3:53 remaining here in the first half of play. Money on the last drive had a 1-play deep touchdown scoring pass to Keaton Cackley. Cackley lines up as a receiver on the right-hand side on this first down play. And they'll run it, but nothing doing. 2nd down and 10 coming up. Clock running with 3:36 to go here in the second. Money out of a shotgun formation. Takes a snap, fakes the handoff, runs it left-hand side, turns the corner across the 30, 35-yard line and more. Across the 40, that's enough for a first down for Kai Money. Using his blocking well and gaining yardage for a first down for the Bloodhounds. For that, though, a penalty flag. So wait a minute. Hold against St. Joseph.
Holding penalty against the Bloodhounds.
So still second down. Watch the spot by the official on where the hold occurred.
Be second down and 8 from the 30-yard
March
line.
it back near the original line of scrimmage. So 2nd and 8 coming up as that hold came late in the run by Kai Money. 2nd down, 8 yards to go. Bloodhounds with the ball and the lead. Money takes a snap. Hands it off. Running play, left-hand side. Nothing there.
Kawachi ball carrier
Good
on
defense
the right side.
that time by John Paul II. Bobby Marburger, senior, slipped the block and then made the tackle in the open field. 3rd and 7 coming up for St. Joe. They do have the wind at their back. 2:46 left here in this first half of play. Money has Kawachi in the backfield. To his right side, sends a man in motion. Keeps it himself, running left. Has some room across the 40, across the 45. Down to the midfield stripe. No flags on that. A first down for Kai Money. Strong, determined running that time by the senior quarterback, and it's a first down right at the midfield stripe for the Bloodhounds of St. Joe. Money quickly takes the next snap. Turns, hands the ball off, up the middle, a lot of room across the 40-yard line, down to about the 37-yard line. Kawachi on the carry, another first down. So it went from slow motion to fast motion in a hurry on 2 consecutive carries by the Bloodhounds. 1st and 10 from the 36. Money ready for the next snap. Takes it, drops back to throw. Looking, fires it deep down the left-hand side. It's going to be caught, touchdown. What an adjustment, what a catch by Zolesi. 2 minutes to go in the half, and Money strikes again, this time to Zolesi. And Zolesi had to adjust around the defender to reel that in. Great concentration, 6 points on the board, extra point coming up for the Bloodhounds. Money's 2nd touchdown pass of the game. Make it his 3rd. Extra point coming up for the Bloodhounds. They've struggled on this, and the whistle blows. Timeout call. They want to talk it over. We'll have the extra point coming up after this on RioSportsLive.com.
Forever Memories, Antiques, and Collectibles is your source for vintage, antique collectibles, vinyl records, and more. Located at 206 East Jackson in historic downtown Harlingen, it's Forever Memories, Antiques, and Collectibles. It's a step back in time with a soundtrack like none other. Open Monday through Saturday, filled with memories and more. Forever Memories is for you.
Back here after the timeout, it'll be a Bloodhound attempted an extra point. They've struggled with this thus far in this ball game. We'll attempt one here. Rodrigo Sanchez will try to boot it through the uprights. Wind at his back this time. Good snap this time. Kick is away, long, high, and it is good. 2 minutes left in the half. Bloodhounds up by a dozen. 26-14 your score. Kickoff after this on RioSportsLive.com.
Forever Memories, Antiques, and Collectibles is your source for vintage, antique collectibles, vinyl records, and more. Located at 206 East Jackson in historic downtown Harlingen, it's Forever Memories, Antiques, and Collectibles. It's a step back in time with a soundtrack like none other. Open Monday through Saturday, filled with memories and more. Forever Memories is for you.
Back here, a good crowd on hand for the opening round playoff game at the TAPS level in the state of Texas. I'm Joe Bowling with you in Brownsville, Texas. Brownsville's St. Joe Academy, the Bloodhounds, on top of the score 26-14 over John Paul II's Cardinals. Kickoff is underway. Cardinals will return this, down by 12. Across the 10 to the 15-yard line in a hurry to the 20 to 25, rumbling ahead to the 28-yard line. Collins on the carry. A little extracurricular activity between the two teams, and here comes some penalty flags, and more penalty flags come rolling in. We'll sort all of that out.
28, Kevin Smith.
Stops the clock with 1:53, and every official that could throw a flag threw a flag in that instance. And they'll sort all of that out. 26-14 your score. Reminding you on our website, www.riosportslive.com. We've got scores from across the Rio Grande Valley and tournament action, not just in Valley View, but also in McAllen and also in Brownsville. High school football scores also on the board, on our scoreboard. Archives of games that we've already done. Just 2 days, we broadcast 28 girls basketball games for you. 6 more coming today from Valley View, including the championship games and the silver, gold, and platinum brackets. Right now, Michael De Leon has the call up there, doing the play-by-play.
Conduct penalty against the Bloodhounds.
We got unsportsmanlike
penalty against the Cardinals.
against the Bloodhounds, and a player is being ejected. Unsportsmanlike for either team. Not sure who the ejection was, but it's a second ejection of this ball game against one of the Cardinals. Cardinals have it, 1st and 10. Garrett lines him up. Shotgun formation, rolls out to throw, looking downfield to the right-hand side. It's going to be a nice, oh, it's dropped.
Garrett's pass.
No, it's caught. Nice catch by Johnson, elevating high to reel that one in. First down on a 17-yard strike. Ball near the midfield stripe. Call it the 49-yard line of the Cardinals on 1st and 10. Garrett's got the wind more or less at his back, or check that, in his face. It's coming out of the angled corner of the end zone as he faces it to his left side, crossing the field right. Drops back to throw here on this play. Looking, plants over the middle. It's going to be incomplete.
Defending on the play for the Bloodhounds, Quirino Banderas, number 2.
Intended receiver was Luke Islip. Stops the clock with 1:41 to go here in the half. 2nd down and 10 from their own 49 for John Paul II. And on this 2nd down play, Garrett brings him up to the line of scrimmage. Collins stays in the backfield. 2 backs in the backfield, an offset eye out of the gun. Bloodhounds showing blitz, and here they come. Running play. Nowhere to go for Collins. Driven backwards, and he goes down. Loss on the play of 3.
Also assisted by 58 Wakuha. Loss of a yard on the play.
Call it a loss of yard. Forward progress near the line of scrimmage. And now John Paul II will have to think it over. They face 3rd and long. They'll call a timeout. There's 1:26 left here in the half. St. Joe leads. Back after this on RioSportsLive.com.
Forever Memories, Antiques, and Collectibles is your source for vintage, antique collectibles, vinyl records, and more. Located at 206 East Jackson in historic downtown Harlingen, it's Forever Memories, Antiques, and Collectibles. It's a step back in time with a soundtrack like none other. Open Monday through Saturday, filled with memories and more. Forever Memories is for you.
A lot of noise being made by the Bloodhound faithful on this 3rd down play for the Cardinals of John Paul II. Cards facing 3rd and 11 from their own 49-yard line, down by 12 with 1:26 to go in the half. Garrett wants to throw. Passes it right side. It's going to be picked off by the Bloodhounds across the 40, 45, back to the midfield stripe. Interception made by Alejandro Balderas, and the Bloodhounds take over 1st and 10. Out of the timeout, the passing play read perfectly by Balderas with the interception. Now the Bloodhounds have it, 1st and 10 from the 46. This could be a momentum changer indeed in this ball game. On 1st down. Ball at the 46-yard line for Kai Money. Out of a shotgun formation. Drops back, looks to throw. Still looking, fires the ball down the field. A lot of contact there, incomplete, but a penalty flag coming up.
They want to know if the next game is going to be in San Antonio.
Questions firing away as we're watching this live here on Facebook. And yes, indeed, if the Bloodhounds win this, we'll be following them towards the San Antonio area next Saturday. It'll be additional playoff coverage coming your way, as we will pick up football coverage in the playoffs. This week we were focused in on the border brawl. Girls basketball getting the attention throughout the week. Penalty against the Cardinals. Moves the ball down into Cardinal territory. 44-yard line is where they'll spot it. 1st and 10 for the Bloodhounds. Still 1:13 to go. Bloodhounds have a timeout left. So do the Cardinals here in this first half of play. Money out of a shotgun formation on 1st down. Turns, keeps it himself. Tacklers everywhere, and down he goes. Loss on the play, and then more penalties come rolling in. Extracurricular stuff going on. Call it 2nd and 13, but then the penalties came in after that. We'll see what this one's all about. Personal foul, unsportsmanlike against the Bloodhounds, and that's an ejection. And they'll lose the services, it looks like, of Emiliano Loya. March the ball back across the 50. Inside the Bloodhound 40. Second down still, but now 27 yards to go. For the Bloodhounds, who called I believe they called their final timeout here with 1:07 to go. When you're talking about football teams with limited roster numbers, we've had a few ejections here in this game already. You're losing primary players who are tough to replace. Injuries are one thing to deal with at this time of the year, but then you start losing guys to ejections as tempers get out of control. And it affects the ability to set the proper personnel in place to get plays accomplished, especially in late stages of the game when you're looking for big guys that are accustomed to making big plays to step up. 1:07 to go. Reminding you, you can watch this live on our website, www.riosportslive.com. Basketball coverage also being broadcast live as we speak from Valley View High School Gymnasium. Second down play for the Bloodhounds, and call it forever for Kai Money and company. No timeouts left. Money drops back to throw. Still looking. Fires the pass over the middle of the field, incomplete, and Money took a big shot as he delivered that pass. Third down. 1:01 left here in the first half. Now John Paul II has one timeout left. So perhaps they won't just be content to take this into the halftime locker room. They may try something here should they get the ball back. Third down play coming up for Kai Money. Drops back to throw. Looking, fires a ball deep down the left sideline. It's going to be incomplete. Had a man down around the 20-yard line. Incomplete pass brings up fourth down. That was one-on-one coverage down there for the Bloodhounds. Now Money lines up in a punt formation for the Bloodhounds. Meanwhile, back to return this kick for John Paul II. Donovan Johnson stands inside his 30-yard line, waits for this punt. Money races outside, gets the kick away. Johnson comes over to get it. Fields it at his 25. Got a block out across the 30, 35-yard line and out of bounds at the 39. First and 10 for John Paul II. 49 seconds left and one timeout remaining for John Paul II. They'll get the ball to start the second half. Well, I said when the Bloodhounds started their drive after the interception, it was a pivotal momentum changer in this ball game. Opportunity missed for the Bloodhounds. Now the Cardinals have a chance to gain some momentum heading into the halftime locker room. Their offense has to operate into the wind. 61 yards away from a score. 49 seconds remaining with one timeout. Garrett takes a snap, drops back to throw, looking. Runs out of the pocket, still looking, fires it right-hand side. Got a man inside the 45.
Pass ruling complete.
Incomplete pass. Luke Heslop was over there. Couldn't hang on. Second down. Ten yards to go. Clock stops with 40 seconds left in the half. John Paul II up to the line of scrimmage. Garrett sends two receivers to either side of the field, empty backfield. Takes a snap, rolls out to the right-hand side. Looking, has some time, delivers a ball down that right-hand side, well overthrown, incomplete. But no chance to run that one. Clock stops with 33 seconds left in the half. John Paul II will face 3rd and 10. And now whatever they do, John Paul II needs to be cautious as they look at the score clock. If they do something that's incomplete pass, 30 seconds is plenty of time for the Bloodhounds to draw up something and get points on the board to head into halftime. Garrett on 3rd down. Takes a snap, rolls out to the right-hand side, looking to throw. Still looking, fires it. Low delivery, incomplete pass. Punting time for John Paul II. 27 seconds left, and they'll punt the ball away. Back in punt formation. Stands Andrew Berenberg. Berenberg inside his 30-yard line to get this kick away. Good snap. Rugby-style kick. Knuckleballs down the sideline. Rolls inside the 40, right to the 45-yard line. 18 seconds left in the half. St. Joe will take over. They'll have a chance to try something downfield. Will the Bloodhounds? Money will have the wind at his back. 3 receivers line up on the right-hand side on this first down play. Money drops back, reels in the long snap. Fires a pass to the sideline. It's caught and out of bounds at the midfield stripe. First down catch. Andres Martinez caught that one. 11 seconds to go. Ball at the 49. Money's going to have to go deeper with this ball to set up an even deeper throw for the end zone on perhaps the last play of the half. Drops back to throw here. Looking. Now he goes downfield. He's got a man. It's Martinez. He can't get to it. Martinez had made the move. Money read that he was going to clear quicker and led him a little too strong. Otherwise, that was 6 points. 5 seconds to go. Martinez had his man beat. Money saw that. Just led him too far, expecting Martinez to turn on the Jets one step earlier. Final play of the half. Now John Paul II will send Donovan Johnson back to the 10-yard line as a deep safety. 5 players back a good 20 yards off the line of scrimmage for the Bloodhounds. Money gonna run across the 50, fumbles the football, and that's the way the half will come to an end. St. Joe with the lead, 26-14. Hope you enjoyed the first half. We're gonna keep the camera rolling. We'll be back with the second half. This is high school football. It's coming your way from St. Joseph on RealSportsLive.com.
Forever Memories, Antiques, and Collectibles is your source for vintage, antique, collectibles, vinyl records, and more. Located at 206 East Jackson in historic downtown Harlingen, it's Forever Memories, Antiques, and Collectibles. It's a step back in time with a soundtrack like none other. Open Monday through Saturday, filled with memories and more. Forever Memories is for you.
Back here for the second half. Thanks again for joining us on RioSportsLive.com. Joe Bowling with you, coming with you for the second half as the playoff action continues between Brownsville, St. Joseph, and the Bloodhounds and John Paul II Cardinals. Reminding you over on our other players, we've got live basketball coverage coming your way from Valley View. John, we've got all kinds of coverage there all the way up into the championship game. I'm going to pack up from here and head back across the valley to be there for the championship game. Right now, Michael De Leon is doing the play-by-play over there. We'll have a little different look to the championship game over there as we'll add another camera or two. And actually have some camera operators over there, which is what I've been begging for all week long. Just to add a little additional coverage for the fans that are watching the games back home. Watching us live on Facebook, on YouTube, thanks again for joining us. If you're on Roku television, well, turn it up. Pass the word around to your friends. Opening kickoff of the second half will be in the direction of the John Paul II Cardinals. That's a high kick. It's going to be returnable from the 10-yard line. Dropped and then picked up by Lucas Stratford. Stratford in trouble. Got away from one man, got away from another, but won't get away from the third. And down he goes at the 14-yard line as we start the third quarter of play. 11:52 to go here in this third quarter.
What's the question I'll ask him?
26-14 is the score. John Paul II will have the ball to start the second. And back we go, ready to go.
The platter? No.
John Paul is it? Running play by Collins out across the 30-yard line. That's a first down for John Paul II.
16-yard gain
At the 30-yard line. And it's a first down play from the 30-yard line. 11:38 to go here in the third quarter of play. Shotgun formation for Jackson Garrett. Garrett takes a snap, turns, hands the ball off. Running play Collins out across the 32-yard line to the 33. Gains a couple on that play. Second down and 7 coming up. Opening drive here, the second half.
Collins tackled by Esteban, number 10, assisted by 28, Mata Maxwell. 4-yard gain, 2nd and 6.
Cardinals had cut the lead to 5 points in that second quarter before giving up that late touchdown score to the Bloodhounds. Starting a drive here, second down, call it 4 or 6 yards to go, as that was a 4-yard gain on the spot. Garrett before the snap, here comes the whistles. And that's another false start against the Cardinals, and that was a problem in the first half. They had multiple penalties of just that kind, just a false start. 5 yards here, 5 yards there. It stalled drives that appeared to have some momentum. Each team showed the capability of having big strike opportunities against the other in the first half. And we'll see what kind of fireworks come out here in the second half. Garrett on second down, 11 yards to go. Rolls out to throw, looking to the right side. Hit as he throws. That's going to be a completed pass. Short of first down yardage across the 35. Luke Heaslip with the catch.
Out of bounds at the 34-yard line.
Brings up a third and, well, call it 6 yards to go. That ball's across the 34-yard line. 10:33 to go. Out of bounds on the play, so clock will stop here in the third quarter. Garrett ready for the next one out of a shotgun formation. Takes a snap. Hands the ball off, and nothing doing for Collins, and here comes a penalty. Probably going to be a face mask. 3 players converged just at the time that Carson Collins received the football, but looks like it's going to be a face mask against the Bloodhounds. And that's a 15-yard penalty. And it will move the chains
First down for the Cardinals at the 49-yard line.
for the Cardinals all the way up to their 49-yard line. I wouldn't count this team out at all if you're on either side of the scoreboard rooting for your team. They're down 12. They certainly have guys that can score. Same side. I don't think we're anywhere near the final score of this game on either side. Pass play for Garrett. Rolls out. Rushed. Hit. Down he goes. David Rodriguez was back there first. Gets the sack. 2-yard loss on the play. 2nd and 12 coming up for the Cardinals. This is John Paul II out of the Dallas area, taking on Brownsville St. Joseph's Bloodhounds. Started this game at 11 o'clock in the morning on a Saturday, and here we are, mid-afternoon. Wind blowing, but a great day for football. John Paul II on 2nd down and 12. Running play, Collins sidesteps a man, runs into another, and gains 2, but that's it. 3rd down and 10 yards to go with 9:22 to go here in the 3rd. The Bloodhounds can get a stop here. Their offense can put points on the board. They can change the complete outlook of this second half. John Paul II, this is a critical drive for them to put the ball downfield, get it in the end zone, get it back to a 1-score game, and always have a chance. Garrett now faces 3rd down and 10 from his own 49. On the play action, wants to throw, wants it all, down the field, right side, it's going to be incomplete. Coverage back there, Guillermo Balderas, and he'll knock it out of the hands of Donovan Johnson in 4th down. That was a good defensive stop. That was one-on-one coverage back there. And a good play made defensively for the Bloodhounds of Brownsville St. Joe. Clock stops with 8:49 to go in the 3rd quarter. And St. Joseph will get their hands on the football. Money back to return this kick. Rugby-style kick. They'll kick it low, end over end. Takes a roll for the Cardinals to the 30-yard line of the Bloodhounds, and that's where they'll start the drive. Their first of the second half, leading. We'll be back after this. Your commercial spot, my gang, could be right here.
Forever Memories, Antiques, and Collectibles is your source for vintage, antique collectibles, vinyl records, and more. Located at 206 East Jackson in historic downtown Harlingen, it's Forever Memories, Antiques, and Collectibles. It's a step back in time with a soundtrack like none other. Open Monday through Saturday, filled with memories and more. Forever Memories is for you.
St. Joe real quick with a snap and a one play. A run by Kawachi goes nowhere. 2nd down play. Money wants to throw. Fires it in the slot. It's got it. Caught across the 40-yard line to the 45. That's a 1st down and more. Malik Kawachi with the 1st down.
14-yard reception.
Bloodhound offense out of the gate. Moving the chains on the first drive of the second half. Money takes a snap. Here comes a penalty. Movement on the right side. That'll be 5 yards against the Bloodhounds.
Legal procedure against the Bloodhounds.
Stopping the clock with 8:09 to go here in the 3rd quarter. Reminding you, we've got high school basketball on the website as well. Also streaming on Facebook Live, YouTube Live, on your Roku television and on smart television, Apple TV. All bringing you sports here on a Saturday. Passing play for Money. Has a ton of time over the middle. Got a man, incomplete. Pablo Zalessi was there. Incomplete pass. Zalessi knew he had defenders back there behind him. Still, normally he's going to catch that ball. 2nd down and 15. St. Joe has led throughout this ball game. Trying to add to a 12-point lead. Money rolls out. Looking, has a man wide open down the left sideline, and it's going to be incomplete. Cackley was back there, one step away. 3rd down. 7:46 to go in the third. We're ramping things up over at that 2017 Border Brawl. We'll have championship games with the gold, silver, and platinum brackets coming up. On a third down play, Money wants to throw over the middle. This time it's going to be caught. First down inside the 40-yard line down to the 35. A catch by Martinez. Perfect strike, Money to Martinez. First and 10 from the 35. Money brings him up to the line of scrimmage in a hurry, wants the snap. Chains are set, now he takes a snap. Turns, hands it off, up the middle. It's going to be Cantu running through a man. He got to the 30-yard line, stretches forward. That's Kalachi. Kalachi will be given credit of a 6-yard gain, 2nd and 4 coming up. Another play up the middle. Money on the carry, third down coming up.
Money stop at number 36, Freeman.
Call it 3rd and 2. Money waits for this snap. Takes it, Kai Money hands it off to Kalachi. He's got a first down inside the 25, stays on his feet, down to the 22. Hard running that time by Kalachi. 6:44 to go in the third quarter. Kai Money trying to push his team forward, trying to extend the lead to 3 scores. On this first down play from the 22-yard line of the Cardinals of John Paul II, and here come the whistles. It's going to be a false start against the Bloodhounds. Stops the clock with 6:34 to go. Pauses the drive as well. Championship game over from Valley View High School, scheduled to tip off at 4:30 on the girls basketball tournament. If I counted them right, that'll be 30 games in 3 days that we'll cover for you. First down play for Money. 1st and 15, wants to throw over the middle, tipped, incomplete. Too high for Pablo Zalesi. 2nd down. Clock stops with 6:17 to go. John Paul II took the opening kickoff. Their drive stalled. They had to punt it. This is the first time on the field for the offense. Money shifts Kalachi over to his right-hand side. Sees a blitz coming on the right side. Runs to the far right side, has a lot of room. Inside the 15, down to the 10-yard line. Kai Money, that's enough for a first down. He saw a blitz coming, ran away from that just a bit. That's from the right side on the defense. John Paul II gave up their hand a little too early. Money made him pay. 1st and 10, just outside the 10. Call it the 11-yard line for the Bloodhounds. Money rolls right, looking to throw. Still looking. Now fires it. Touchdown, Bloodhounds. Keaton Cackley. 2 terrific routes. Andres Martinez took that route in the corner of the end zone first. Took a defender with him, and then Keaton Cackley coming right in behind him. Caught the ball, tiptoed into the end zone. Touchdown, Bloodhounds. Score on their first drive of the second half and lead 32-14. A year ago, this team won a playoff game right here on this field. I was here for that. And what some would call just an outright miracle comeback. Extra point, up, away, good.
Extra point is good.
Here the Bloodhounds up by 19. Kickoff coming up. Third quarter action continues after this on RealSportsLive.com.
Forever Memories, Antiques, and Collectibles is your source for vintage, antique collectibles, vinyl records, and more. Located at 206 East Jackson in historic downtown Harlingen, it's Forever Memories, Antiques, and Collectibles. It's a step back in time with a soundtrack like none other. Open Monday through Saturday, filled with memories and more. Forever Memories is for you.
Welcome you back here to our broadcast. And again, the Brownsville St. Joe Bloodhounds trying to win a playoff game here for the 2nd year in a row on their home field. And right now they're on top by the score of 33-14. The winner of this will play next week in San Antonio at a site to be determined. Their opponent will be determined as well in today's action. John Paul II, the Cardinals will send 2 men back to return this kick. And the Bloodhounds put it into play. Booming kick back near the goal line, fielded right at the goal line. And here comes Collins. Across the 20-yard line, runs through a tackle at the 25, still on his feet to the 30-yard line. Hard hit delivered on the finish, Andres Martinez. Collins with a good return. 1st and 10 coming up with 5:42 left here in the third quarter for John Paul II and the Cardinals. One of the Bloodhounds is shaken up on that return, and Sebastian Cuellar having some trouble getting off the field. They'll attend to him. Want to remind you fans that high school sports right here on RioSportsLive.com is live. Multiple venues across the region. Today we've got basketball coverage coming to you from Valley View. The Border Brawl 2017 version girls basketball tournament wraps up. By the time we have the final game played out there, we'll have broadcast 30 games in 3 days in that venue alone. Here today it's high school football. We're at the TAPS level, which means we can be live with video. And we are appreciative of St. Joseph allowing us to broadcast here. Tino Villarreal, always a kind host, providing us the opportunity to showcase the athletes here in action live on RioSportsLive.com. Player off under his own power.
Illegal use of hands penalty against the Cardinals.
Illegal use of the penalty, hands penalty is going to be assessed against the Cardinals on that return, so they'll have to start this drive. 1st and 10 from their 21-yard line. Out of the shotgun. Garrett keeps it himself. Hit hard, and down he goes. Penalty on the far side of the field as well. We'll see what that's all about. Penetration that time by the Bloodhounds defense on that left side came across the line. Penalty was thrown. It's going to be against the Bloodhounds.
Encroachment penalty against the Bloodhounds.
Still 1st down. Call it now 5 yards to go. For the Cardinals. 5:33 to go here in the third quarter of play. Garrett. Jackson Garrett, the senior quarterback, out of the shotgun formation on 1st down play. Hands it off. Running play Collins. Bangs off for the 2nd time here in this second half of play. Shotgun formation for Garrett. Drops back to throw. Looking, still looking downfield from the right side, gonna run. Got a 1st down, takes on a tackler right across the 30 to 33-yard line. That's good enough for a 1st down.
28 Mott Maxwell with a tackle of the quarterback Garrett.
Our Maxwell on the tackle.
33.
Stops the clock. 4:52 remaining here in the third quarter of play. St. Joe scored on the opening drive and have never trailed in this game. Currently up by 19. Shotgun formation. On 1st down. Nowhere to go. Now he gets away from one, but 2 more there. Jackson Garrett had nowhere to go on that one. Loss on the play of 2. 2nd and 12. Clock running with 4:33 to go. John Paul II took advantage of one great field possession to score a touchdown. 2nd down play, pass out in the right flats. Receiver screen, and that gains some yardage.
Pass complete to Donovan Johnson.
Donovan Johnson on the catch. And that's good enough for a 1st down. Sophomore wideout with that catch and effective use of the blockers to get the ball downfield. Cardinal football, 1st and 10. Wind blowing at a terrific pace here. Has picked it up here in the second half. It's in the face of the Cardinals on this 1st down play. 4:08 to go here in the third quarter. Running play, off right tackle. That goes for a yard, no more. Carson Collins on the carry.
Justice number 77 and Rodriguez 15, tackling Collins.
Two guys there for the stop. Second down. Call it 8 yards to go. Clock running with 3:40 to go here in this third quarter. Out of a shotgun formation, John Paul II, the Cardinals. Needing something big to get back in this ball game. Bloodhounds want to get a stop here. Pass play to the right side. Receiver screen. Set up nicely, and that's going to be another first down. With the catch to Luke Hislop. Hislop with the catch. New set of downs for the Cardinals. Ball spotted at the 46, make it the 45-yard line of the Bloodhounds of Brownsville St. Joseph. Continue to broadcast basketball games at the same time. Go over to the website, click on the various links. Here, high school football, playoff football from Brownsville. 3 minutes to go. Hitch and go on the pass play. Looking to the right side, but nothing developing. The blitz comes in, or the rush comes in. The pass is incomplete. Minor on the pressure that time for the Bloodhounds. Incomplete pass stops the clock with 2:53 remaining here in the third quarter of play. St. Joseph won their first playoff game in the history of the school here a year ago. I was here for that one. Most people gave up on that game. They came back for a victory.
Second and 10, Cardinals.
Second and 10. Cardinals up to the line of scrimmage from the 45 of the Bloodhounds. Out of a shotgun. Running play to the right-hand side. Goes for 8. Third down coming up.
Angel Lopez, number 72, tackler of Barron.
3rd and 3 coming up. 2:31 left here in this third quarter of play. It's only the second time that John Paul II has had the football in the second half.
Third down and 3.
This third quarter is going by in a hurry. Bloodhounds had it once, put points on the board. Shotgun formation again for Jackson Garrett. Wants to throw. Looking, still looking. Now he's going to run. Takes on a tackler. Got a first down inside the 35. Brought down at the 33.
Garrett getting the first down.
A couple of guys there. One of them in the mix was Angel Lopez.
Stop on Angel Lopez, number 72.
First and 10 coming up for John Paul II. Clock stops while they move the chains. Now they'll start it up. We'll go inside. 2 minutes left here in the third quarter. I don't want to say this is a half the possession, but it's a major possession for the Cardinals, who, if they want to get back in this game, need to score here. On a first down play. Running play. Stutter step across the left side. Carson Collins on the carry, a sophomore. He'll gain a couple. Make it 2nd and 8. Clock running with 1:34 to go here in the third quarter. Bloodhounds offense has been on the field one time here in the second half, and they scored. Minute 20 to go as the Cardinals break out of the huddle. First down play for Garrett. Swings it left-hand side. Receiver screen caught by Donovan Johnson. Takes on a tackler. Short of first down yardage. Third down coming up.
Tackler on the play, penalty flag on the play.
And a penalty on that play, so we'll have to sort that out before the next spot. And the St. Joe coaching staff doesn't like the call. Clock stops with 58 seconds left. Stiff wind blowing here at the home of the Bloodhounds. We're in Brownsville, Texas. Officials still talking it over there. Lengthy discussion after that whistle and penalty thrown. That's another
Personal foul
ejection
against the Cardinals.
against the Cardinals. That's a third player ejected out of this ball game unofficially against John Paul II's Cardinals. Second down play, call it 20 yards to go. Cardinals want to pass, looking to the right-hand side. That ball's incomplete. Big hit delivered that time as Jackson Garrett delivered that pass. It was hit hard by David Rodriguez. That'll stop the clock with 45 seconds left here in this third quarter. St. Joseph last year secured their first playoff win in the history of the school. Did so in come-from-behind fashion. Here today, they've led throughout, trying to book a ticket to a Saturday afternoon matchup next week in San Antonio. For the next snap, the whistle blows.
Delay of game penalty against the Cardinals.
Fort Worth Nolan taking on All Saints on the other side of the bracket. Hat penalties also against the Cardinals. Pass play from the right-hand side, looking downfield. All kinds of coverage down there, thrown in traffic. That's a completed pass inside the 40-yard line. Gain on the play, but it well short of a first down.
That's complete to 15, Brewer.
Brewer on the catch, fourth down coming up. Still 15 yards to go. Time ticking away here in the third quarter. John Paul II Cardinals with the football, but down by 19. 13 seconds left in the quarter. Garrett brings him up to the line of scrimmage. Shotgun formation. Drops back to throw. Looking, pressured, running. Got past one man. Third quarter comes to an end, and he's brought down well short. And the Bloodhounds will take over. We head to the fourth quarter. Bloodhounds on top, trying to punch a ticket to the second round of the playoffs for a second consecutive year. And we'll be back for that fourth quarter. This is high school football. It's coming your way from Brownsville in the playoffs on RealSportsLive.com.
Forever Memories, Antiques, and Collectibles is your source for vintage, antique collectibles, vinyl records, and more. Located at 206 East Jackson in historic downtown Harlingen, it's Forever Memories, Antiques, and Collectibles. It's a step back in time with a soundtrack like none other. Open Monday through Saturday, filled with memories and more. Forever Memories is for you.
Back here, we start the fourth quarter of play, and it will be St. Joseph, the Bloodhounds, with the football as we start this fourth and final quarter of play. St. Joe on top by the score. You see it, 33-14. Kai Money wanting more over the middle, incomplete. Keaton Cackley, the intended receiver. 2nd and 10 for the Bloodhounds. Tough wind blowing here today at Brownsville. Bloodhounds with the ball on 2nd and 10. Money out of a shotgun. Takes a snap. Hands it off on a running play, and that goes nowhere. 2 quick plays. Nothing doing on the carry. Kawachi on the carry. 3rd and 11 coming up for the Bloodhounds. 11:42 to go here in this fourth quarter. Bloodhounds trying to win a second playoff game in the history of the school. Secured number 1 last year. Secured a district title ever. First time this year. Now looking for a playoff win. motion on that play. This one's coming back, even if it's productive. Kai Money stopped well short after a short gain. Decision time now for the Cardinals of John Paul II. It'll either be 4th and 7 or 3rd down. And the penalty yards added on, but they'll elect to go
Bloodhounds will be declined. 4th down.
with the play itself. 4th down, 7 yards to go. Money deep in the backfield on this play on 4th down. Takes a snap, rolls out, gonna run. Takes it to the right-hand side, tries to turn the corner, does so. Got a 1st down as he steps out of bounds.
Around the right side.
10:59 to go. Kai Money cashes in on another 1st down. 10:58 to go in the ball game. Bloodhounds on top, 33-14.
Timeout for a measurement.
Officials are going to actually measure this. Looked like Money stepped out easily enough for a 1st down. Ball spotted right there next to the chains. Won't take long to stretch these chains, and check this one out. And it will be 1st down.
1st down yardage for the Bloodhounds.
For the Bloodhounds, they'll retain possession, converting on 4th down. Clock stops after they spot the ball. His Money had stepped out of bounds, now on 1st down. Kai Money rolls out, looks to throw the ball. Still looking, fires it. It's going to be caught in the flats, out across the midfield stripe, in between 2 defenders, down inside the 45-yard line. 1st down.
19-yard
Completed
reception
pass to Zalessi. Bloodhounds will move the chains, leading 33-14. 4th quarter, 10:44 to go in the game. Money hands it off. Running play. Down near the 40-yard line is Koachi. And then a lot of extra second effort moves that pile even further downfield.
6-yard gain by Kawachi.
Kawachi will be given credit of a 6-yard gain. Money waits for the next snap out of the hurry-up offense. Hands it off, no, keeps it himself. Right up the middle, he's got a lot of room. Spins through a couple men for a 1st down inside the 30. Down to the 25, 1st and 10 for the Bloodhounds, and Kai Money moves the chains again. Said that for 4 consecutive years, my friends. What a special player to come through the ranks here at Brownsville St. Joe. Under 10 minutes left in the game. Money wants to throw, looking, fires it over here in the flats. Caught by Xavier Montemayor, has some room down the sideline, knocked out of bounds, but not before he moves the chains. Another 1st down. Where's my good bunny Donut Salinas when I need him? Move those chains, he would say. I say that with all graciousness and respect. That's his slogan, my friends. I'm just borrowing it. 1st and goal for the Bloodhounds. Money out of a shotgun formation with 9:45 to go in the ball game. Takes a snap, rolls out left-hand side, looking, waiting, firing, threw it away. Incomplete pass, stops the clock with 9:40 to go. I remember doing some games with Donut Salinas in the Edinburgh area. That's where I first met Kevin Naro. Naro now a successful writer with the Valley Morning Star. He's up following Lyford today in playoff action. Donut Salinas started the phrase, move those chains. 9:40 to go. Pass play for Kai Money. Looks, fires it, and the left-hand side is dropped. Incompleted pass. Jokingly one game, I told Donut, you ought to just make some t-shirts on that. And that stuck. Next thing I knew, I was helping him throw some t-shirts out into the stands. We were broadcasting games together. That was in the early days. Now I've branched out to something that I dreamed of doing here in the Rio Grande Valley, and that's showcasing sports at another level. Running play for Money to the left-hand side. Got a great block. Now he waits, hesitates, steps in, touchdown.
Touchdown, Bloodhounds.
And there was huge blocking up front. Main man was Kevin Garza, who was clearing the path. Money smartly waited for Garza to deliver the final block and then stepped in the end zone for the touchdown. 39-14, all St. Joe now here in the fourth quarter. Last year it was dramatics down to the last second before they wrapped up that first ever playoff win. Here today, they've had the lead throughout. Extra point is good. 40-14. Kickoff coming up. This is High School Sports on RioSportsLive.com.
Forever Memories, Antiques, and Collectibles is your source for vintage, antique, collectibles, vinyl records, and more. Located at 206 East Jackson in historic downtown Harlingen, it's Forever Memories, Antiques, and Collectibles. It's a step back in time with a soundtrack like none other. Open Monday through Saturday, filled with memories and more. Forever Memories is for you.
Thank you for joining me here. I'm Joe Bowling with you, coming to you from Brownsville, Texas on a Saturday afternoon. We started on a Saturday morning. High school football playoff coverage coming your way at the TAPS level. Brownsville St. Joseph taking on John Paul II, the Cardinals, who traveled in from the Dallas area. 9:29 to go here in the ball game, and St. Joe on top comfortably, 40-14. Reminding you as I play out some of these breaks, sponsorship available. It's not just sponsorship. I call this is advertising opportunities. We're having numbers growing every day on the number of viewers that are viewing this stuff live and also going back and checking out the archives. And we've just started. We're going to be rolling out additional content, additional types of sporting events. So contact us if you will. Kickoff rolls down inside the 10 on a hurry, out across the 10 to the 15-yard line, now to the 20, to the 25-yard line. Out across the 25, 35 to about the 36. That's where that play will come to an end. 9:18 to go.
Line of scrimmage, 39-yard line.
Bloodhounds scored first in this game and have never trailed. Now the defense steps back on the field. John Paul II had it for a long time in their last possession. Couldn't get anything out of it on the scoreboard. First down play for Jackson Garrett. Out of the gun. Rolls out to throw. Passes it over on the left-hand side. Caught.
Pass complete to number 26.
Nice catch to Josh Wilkerson. The tight end reels that one in. 9-yard gain. For Wilkerson and the Cardinals. 2nd and 1. This is playoff action coming you round 1, 2017. November in Brownsville. 2nd down play for the Cardinals of John Paul II. Jackson Garrett rolls out, keeps it on his own on the option. Got a first down as he just ducks his head across the midfield stripe back into Bloodhound territory. But the scoreboard and the clock are not his friends, nor are those 11 guys in the red uniforms and the white trim wearing Bloodhound uniforms. It is a first down for the Cardinals. Out of a shotgun formation, Garrett has the team set. Under 9 to go in the game. Receivers either side of the field. Man slides out in the slot. That's Carson Collins. Keeper, though, for Garrett. Running hard across the left tackle area near the 45-yard line. 2nd down coming up. Six yards to go. .8:23 and counting in this ball game.
2nd down and 6.
Last year it was more dramatic with the Brownsville St. Joe Bloodhounds. A come from behind victory. Here more convincing. Running play goes nowhere. 3rd down coming up. Gain of a yard on the play. Under 8 minutes left. Next week, The venue will be San Antonio for this St. Joe team. It'll be a Saturday game, and we've already talked to Coach Tino Villarreal. Plans are to follow this team. So, hey, if you're any business owners out there, you want to get your business showcased, your service showcased, contact us. Be happy to add you on as one of the advertisers during the broadcast. Third down play. Garrett swings it right-hand side. Completed pass. Covered well at first, and the Bloodhounds will stop that short of first down yardage. Cannon Brewer on the catch. Fought hard for that extra yard or two, but never got to the line. And fourth down coming up. Penalty flag at the end of that. It's going to be against
Personal foul penalty against the
Cardinals. That'll stop play with 7:10. It was going to be fourth and about a yard. Now it's still third down. But after the official marks off the yardage all the way out to the 45-yard line of the Cardinals, it's now 3rd and 15. Some of the fans on the Bloodhound side are trying to say that was after the play occurred. Officials not having any of that. And it remains third down. 7:10 to go in the game. Brownsville St. Joseph has led throughout. Shotgun formation for Garrett. Waits for the snap at his own 40-yard line. Takes it, drops back. Straight drop, looks to throw a deep ball down the middle of the field in traffic, and that's incomplete. Fourth down coming up. Clock stops with 6:59 to go. Wind is a factor here in this game. It's at the back of the Cardinals, who will send the punting team in with 6:49 to go. Meanwhile, St. Joseph will send Kai Money back to return this kick. Money will be ready to go into the second round of the playoffs for the second year in a row, as Brownsville St. Joseph's Bloodhounds won their first playoff game ever last year. I was right here for that. I was the only media guy that stuck around and covered it to the end on the TV side. Only guy broadcasting it here tonight, my friends. Call it night. It feels like night. Left Valley View late last night. Turned around, got here early in the morning. I'm heading back to Valley View for the final games at the Border Brawl. Right now, Michael De Leon has the play-by-play from the main gym as we are ramping up for championship play out of there. Here, spiraling kick. Money drifts over, lets it roll, takes a Cardinal roll. Money picks it up inside his 5, takes it out across his 10, out of bounds at the 15-yard line. Guy Money kind of decoyed him into thinking he was going to let that roll dead, and he ran in and picked it up. And the Bloodhounds will take over with 6:49 to go here in this ball game. All they got to do is run out this clock. They've scored plenty of points. They lead 40-14. We're going to wrap up our broadcast rather quickly so we can put our stuff away and get up across the valley to Valley View. Brownsville to Valley View isn't exactly a quick trip. We should have time to get set up for the championship game. If not, Michael De Leon will take the broadcast and run it right through. 6:49 to go. Money hands it off. Left-hand side and a lot of room. Across the 20-yard line to the 25. Kawachi on the carry. That's good enough for a first down. And this Bloodhound offense is clicking on all gears. Money on second down, or make it first down. Play clock comes in from the side. Normally this would be a fast-paced, hurry-up offense. Right now they're allowing some time to tick away, and why not? You're up 40-14. 6:20 to go. Money takes a snap at the 10-second mark on the play clock, hands it off on the delay. Here comes Kawachi. got a block, got across the 25, 30 and more to the 40. Still on his feet, out across the 45, still on his feet, rumbling hard to the 48-yard line. Kawachi on a big carry and another first down for the Bloodhounds. Great peel back blocking that time at the line of scrimmage for the Bloodhounds, freed up Kawachi. And then once the initial tackler got his hands on him, Kawachi ran through a good 9 yards with tacklers trying to stop him. 5:56 to go in the ball game. Bloodhound faithful making more noise as they are starting to make reservations for San Antonio a week from today. The site is yet to be determined. The opponent will be determined in a game later on today. 5:39 to go. Out of the shotgun. Money hands it off. Here comes Kawachi running left-hand side across the midfield stripe. Brought down after a gain of a couple. 4-yard gain makes it 2nd and 6. Clock running with 5:20 to go in the ball game. St. Joe grabbed the lead on their first possession, have never looked back. New players shuffling into the game. Carlos Esteve into the game in the backfield. Back there with him, Thomas Edge. Esteve takes the snap and the whistle blows. Here comes the penalty flags. So Kai Money will step to the sideline. Most likely a final time in his career at home. Everything else will be playoff-bound games on the road. Next week will be in San Antonio. That's a guarantee. What a career he put together on this home field. But he's not quite finished yet. He's got a lot of lofty goals as far as what he wants to accomplish before he puts the pads away for a final time as a Bloodhound. Pass play, left flats. Caught out near the midfield stripe. Big hit delivered. Staying on his feet is Sebastian Cuellar. Showed some toughness after getting that hit delivered. Gain brings up a 3rd down and 8 for the Bloodhounds of Brownsville St. Joseph. 4:19 to go here in this game. Clock running, and Bloodhounds in no real hurry now on the offensive end.
3rd and 8.
3rd down play. Esteve out of the shotgun. Drops back to throw, fires it over the sideline, incomplete. A lot of contact over there. No call on the play, 4th down coming up. 3:55 remaining. 4th and 8 for the Bloodhounds. This team will be completely different trying to cover them next year. Starts with Kai Money not being in uniform next season. It's been a long time since I've said that. My buddy Kevin Naro and I were announcing a game when he kind of came out swinging as a freshman. We were down in Brownsville taking on Brownsville veterans at the time. Whistle, timeout on the field. 3:55 to go. Bloodhounds want to talk it over. We'll take a quick break. This is high school football. It's coming your way on RioSportsLive.com.
Forever Memories, Antiques, and Collectibles is your source for vintage, antique, collectibles, vinyl records, and more. Located at 206 East Jackson in historic downtown Harlingen, it's Forever Memories, Antiques, and Collectibles. It's a step back in time with a soundtrack like none other. Open Monday through Saturday, filled with memories and more. Forever Memories is for you.
Saturday afternoon, and good afternoon, everyone, and welcome back as we are covering live high school football playoff action from Brownsville at the TAPS level. This is Brownsville St. Joseph taking on John Ball II out of the Dallas area. I'm Joe Bowling with you on RioSportsLive.com, and St. Joseph now 3 minutes and 55 seconds from celebrating a 2nd consecutive year with a playoff victory in round 1 of the playoffs. We already know they're going to be playing in San Antonio a week from today. We're waiting to establish the venue, and the opponent will be delivered in a game later on today. Punt formation for the Bloodhounds. Carlos Esteve back in punt formation, stands just outside his 42-yard line. Waiting for the snap. He'll punt it into the wind. Takes the snap, gets the kick away, end over end into the wind. Takes a bloodhound bounce inside the 30-yard line, down to the 20. Rolls dead there. 3:44 left in this game. John Paul II will have it. We're going to wrap up real quick after this broadcast because we got to tear down and then get across the Rio Grande Valley to Valley View. I told you it's regional coverage, so why not from Brownsville to Valley View? We'll be covering teams, most likely San Antonio. One of the San Antonio teams is going to make it into the championship game, barring some upsets. Who will be the other side? Will it be Edinburgh? Will it be Vela? Or will it be the Lady Bobcats? Who will be in those final games played out over there? First down play for the Cardinals. Pass play for Garrett. Swings it. Incompleted pass.
That's incomplete, defending on the play, number 13, Luis de la Garza.
Second down and 10. Clock stops with 3:38 left in the ball game. Garrett, one of the seniors on this John Paul II team. Got a lot of young playmakers, though, on this squad. They'll be back. Most of them are sophomores. Out of the shotgun, Garrett hands the ball off. Running play off right tackle. That'll gain a couple.
77, Harrison Justice with the stop.
Ball carrier was Braden Pittman, who gains 5. Third and 5 coming up. Clock running with 3:10 to go. Jackson Garrett, one of the seniors on this squad. Takes a snap, rolls out the throw. Looking, fires it. It's going to be picked off.
Pass intercepted.
Intercepted by Carlos Esteve with 2:55 left here in this ball game.
On the interception, number 10, Carlos Esteve.
Esteve with the interception. Brownsville St. Joe takes over, leading 40-14, and their fans are ready to celebrate a playoff victory here as they send the offense back on the field. And Esteve, who just intercepted that ball, will be the quarterback. Came in last series of downs to replace Kai Money. And it's a first down play. 2:55 left. They want to throw. Looking over the middle. That's going to be a pass completed inside the 30-yard line. Completed to Lucky Edge. Edge gains 6 on the play. Second down and 4 for the Bloodhounds, who are now letting the clock run, and that wind is picking up even more here in Brownsville. 40-14 your score. Shotgun formation yet again for the Bloodhounds, with 2:13 remaining in the ball game. Out of the gun, a handoff and a running play to the left-hand side. Not much there.
Ball carrier.
Third down coming up.
Tripped up by number 1.
Under 2 minutes left in the game. Last year it was a thriller down to the last minutes before Brownsville secured a win. Here, the Bloodhounds comfortably on top. Have led throughout. Still 20 seconds on the play clock as the Bloodhounds look into the sidelines for the play. One more first down ought to do it.
Third down and 5.
Third and 5 here for the Bloodhounds. Stave takes a snap, wants to throw. Looking, fires it. Completed pass. That's a first down around the 20-yard line. Miguel Guerra on the catch. New set of downs for the home team, and chains will move with 1:18 to go. Brownsville, St. Joseph.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Bloodhounds will continue their playoff journey next week.
Play next week.
Against the winner of Fort Worth All Saints versus Fort Worth Nolan.
Fort Worth All Saints and Fort Worth Nolan are playing
Playing the winner of that game, which is going on
today. The winner of that will take on Brownsville St. Joseph. They already know they're heading to the second round of the playoffs for the second year in a row. They'll take a knee. Stave takes a knee. He'll have to do that one more time. John Paul II traveled a long way to get here. Brownsville St. Joseph has traveled a long way in this program to get where they're at. Last year, a historical first ever district win at a playoff level. This year, an outright district title for the first time in the school history. Now another playoff win, and they'll be looking to see what else they can write the history books with. Take a knee, Estave, and that's going to be it. They will not have to take another snap. As I said, we're going to wrap this broadcast up real quick because we have to get on the road to head to Valley View. Final seconds ticking away. Final score here, 40-14. St. Joseph with a win. Hope you enjoyed our broadcast. Reminding the archive is available on the website. And hope you continue to pass the word and help us grow. Those of you that have businesses, please contact us. We can use your help and also help assist you in promoting your business. 40-14, your final score. Bloodhounds win it. I'm Joe Bowling. So long for just a while.